Hey guys, so I got a number of requests from people about the measurements of this bed, and it was really hard for me to just give measurements because the shape is so odd. So I told some people I'd make a video to explain the different measurements and why it had to be done. But so let's go on with that. I'll show you guys the measurements of this bed and the odd shape and the reason for it. So let's get started. Okay, so first of all, the reason why this bed doesn't extend all the way over here and I have this separate spot is because I still wanted to use this like it was meant to be, folded up like this. And I wouldn't be able to do that if the bed extended over here. Let me show you why. All right, so you can see I have that contour cut here so that it'll still fit in the slot right here. If I made it longer, extend here, surely it wouldn't fit. So first we're going to start with this box and the measurement of this box. If you don't know, this is my power box. I got my power and some storage area in there. And this extra box right here is for some extra storage. And that allows it to be level with the bed when it's down. So let's make those measurements. All right, so the width is 17 inches. The height is 6 3/4. The length is 27 inches that way. Now for this box, the addition on top is 2 5/8 high. And of course, this is going to be 17 across still. And this is about 6 5/8 going this way. Okay. All right, you can see this is where the head of the futon will go. And this is this little rail right here kind of keeps the futon from sliding out. I was going to build another rail right here, but I just forgot. So there's not one there, but ideally I would have a rail on this side too. You can see this is an odd shape. Again, I had to make that curve, right? Originally I had made it too long and I drilled these holes to reduce the weight, and I realized I couldn't have the full size bed if I wanted to still put it up there. Here, there are notches here to accommodate for this hardware that goes up and down. So that's why there's that. And here there's this notch to accommodate this hardware. So I could have been a little bit more aggressive. And, even if I wanted to have it flush, I could have done that and just cut out a notch underneath too. Like, just make a channel. So that's something you might want to consider, but I'll give you my measurements. The longest part, it is 19 3/4. This little notch right here is 1 5/8 by 1 inch. This section here to that notch is 18 inches. Across it is 22 inches. And the curve right here will come down at around 17 1/4. It starts here and it curves, okay? And this notch right here, like I said, I cut a little too much, so you could have gotten away with, I'm going to say, around 8.5. 8.5. I have more, but you could learn from my mistake. By 1.5 is that notch, and it starts at around 3 inches. Okay. Okay, so back here, the shape is a little bit odd again. I had to make a little notch for the seat belt right here. So if you want, you could have just made a sliver and then have it come out over here, but there's this hardware that needs to come up and over also. So let's make the measurements here. Okay, so again, there's a little notch right there too, so keep that in mind. Measurements here are 24 inches this way, 17 and a half this way, and 22 inches this way, just like that, 22 inches. Again, you have to make a little notch for the hardware. That is 2 inches by 1 inch right there. Now, this little notch here is 7 inches by 4.5. All right, so now there's a pull-out, of course, and that pull-out is 22 and 1/8. And I don't know how I'm going to measure this, but this part right here is 15 and a half. And this part right here is 13 and a half. So again, it's very custom. So, the shape is very odd, but, it'll pull out to become like that. Okay, so let's pull this up again so I could show you the mounting on this side, because it's a little weird too. All right, so I needed to make everything straight, so I needed a riser bar right there to accommodate for the different level. And you can see right here I have this little mount area right there, and here I have double this riser to get to here, so that it would be nice and straight. On this side, I mounted the board to this little, I guess that would be the baby seat clamp area. And over here, I have a little board right there. I have this level right there just to make it a little bit higher for that spot right there. And of course, this is because of the sliding mechanism, extra support. All right, that's what it looks like underneath. So, a lot of the weight goes right here, and again onto these child safety seat brackets. Oh, one thing I forgot to tell you is how thick of wood I used. That looks like it's less than 3/4, but I think when you buy it, you'll buy it as a 3/4 inch, even though it's slightly less. So that's what I think it is, around 3/4 inch, a little bit less. But that's kind of the basic measurements of this odd shaped thing. So and of course you could customize a little bit to your needs. If you want to make it go out a little bit more, you could do that. Make it a little bit longer if you need to, whatever it is. Hopefully that helps some people get started if they're looking to make a bed like this one using the frame of the Honda Element back seat.